They about to go crazy, dog. And they about to go crazy, dog. Let me see. 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 I'm about that lie. I'm about that lie. I'm about that lie. I'm about that lie. We at 280. We at 280, gang. We at 280, gang. Hey, I got some gameplay I haven't posted too, dog. I got some gameplay I haven't posted. What you know about that ply, boy? What you know about that ply, boy?
I know it.
You know it?
I got the I got
My son said he know it. Me, I don't rap, but I'm sorta like a poet. Got this on my side. Me and I'm gonna blow it.
Then I want some fruit.
You want some fruit? Give me a second. I'm gonna see what's in there to give to you. Okay, I'm gonna get back to this. See if Zeke can join that. See if Zeke can join that real quick. Oh man. Okay, baby, chill. About first with that chocolate. So I chose to read. So look, I chose to read the chapter off stream, y'all. I still recorded it though. I'm just gonna post it up as a video. But I do want to have this discussion with Zeke though. So I decided I'll go live for that, and that could be like its own little thing or whatever. But yeah, this chapter was crazy. The robots waking back up. It's kind of disappointed in the last chapter. Really, that's where I was upset at. I was upset last chapter, man. I was down bad. I was down bad last chapter. I was ready to go to war with Oda. Let's see. I'm trying to see if Zeke can join this voice call right here. And then, yo, what's up, Rain? Oh, how you doing, man? Welcome in. How you doing? Good morning. Let me see. Let me see. Do I gotta Damn, how do I add somebody to this? How do I add? Hey, Rain, do you know how to add somebody on? Yo, what's good, Nathan? Does anybody know how to add somebody else's external camera? Like, if I wanted to do like a let me see. If I go here, let's say I go here. Damn, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work, dog. That wouldn't work. Let me see. What if I did? If I did it through screen capture? Nah, screen capture wouldn't work either. How could I? Okay, let me see. Let me add.
Come on.
Add. Would that be a? Would that be a media source? Would that be considered a? I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm trying this on stream like an idiot. So a video capture device. Okay. Let me see. OBS virtual camera.
Come on.
Boom.
I got the I got the
Okay. Okay, so what if I just took out? What if I just took out? Okay, let me see. I have no idea what I'm doing. Output selection. Huh? I have no idea what I'm doing.
I got no idea what I'm doing. Wait, Dad.
Is there like a?
Dad. What's that right there?
What's what, baby? That's your hair.
Oh.
What's good though, Nathan? How you doing? And I'm doing good too, Rain. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this to show somebody else's face. If you know what I mean. I'm not that small anyway. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, so it's probably not gonna work then. Probably just gonna have to just chat with bro where y'all can't see his face, but y'all could baby, go play with that in your room. I don't know how to add the virtual camera, so that's gonna suck. Cause I kind of wanted bro to show his face too. Yo, Face Yoda, what's good, fam? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate everybody that's in here too, man. Appreciate everybody in here, man.
Wait, you better play a game.
Of course. I'm just waiting on my homie to get on where we could discuss the chapter a little piece.
I mean, watch.
Of course.
Okay, but let me, but let me see. I just put this out. That why don't you?
Boy, that chapter was crazy, dog. Everybody knew bonding powers went crazy though. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Let me see. Dad, you in the game?
No, I'm not in the game, baby.
Hmm?
I'm not in the game. I just finished reading the chapter. Now I'm just looking at some stuff. How you doing though, FaZe? Mm.
And the face, right, face, right. I'm in the face. I'm in the face.
Baby, chill out. You think you are a whole rapper out here?
Huh?
I said you a whole rapper out here.
I'm rapping. I'm rapping.
I know. I see you. Ain't nobody better. You heard?
No one. Wait, what did you say? I just yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna.
West Coast do FaZe, right? Bro, what are you trying to do?
I try it for my back.
Okay, chill out, boy.
That what happened to you that time.
Maybe I'm Prince you Ashley. Might go playing his features would change. But you will believe that he's actually. You say your brother Jermaine, but you wanted him to stay out of the light. Oh, you follow me, right? Nothing you saying can bother me, right?
Yeah.
You better make sure you do not fall. I don't know why you holding on to me. This gotta be over by now. Oh shit. It start making sense. Bro, Drake actually snapped on that last part, bro. If he would have saved that for his own song, bro, that shit would have went harder. No capity. Yeah, baby.
That was a cuss.
But you better not cuss though. What's up, Nathan?
No, it's shit not the cuss.
Oh,
Dada?
yes, baby.
Is shit not the cuss?
Hmm?
Is shit not the cuss?
Yeah, shit is a cuss. Don't say that. Boy, be over here trying to get cuss words past me.
No. I you don't know what I'm talking
Okay, baby, chill out.
about. Dad,
Mm.
what you game there on? You tell me, are you playing?
You follow me, right? Bro, why is that my operator, bro? What? I was about to say.
You done.
Yo, Z, what's good?
Yo.
Kyrie, you chill out. If I send you aside, bro, you want the you in the cord? Let me know if you're in the Discord, man. Get on here and we can chop it up. I'm down to chop it up before I run some cars. Yeah, man, it's going good, man. I just finished the chapter, though.
Yeah, I hear it the one.
working on my shots, baby. You gotta work on your shots. Just like in basketball, when we be working on your shots, or in soccer, when we be working on your kicks, we gotta work on it, baby. Remember what I told you? Everything that you practice, you get better at. Even this. You gotta put up shots.
Wait, I do fast too. Then I do fast.
Man, that chapter was
Here,
kind
I'll
of.
show you.
Not right now, baby.
Now, why did you win it? Dad, you need to see
Okay, let me see.
Let me see.
Kyrie, be quiet. Okay. Let me see. Can I drag you right here? Yeah, I dragged you to the live. I dragged you to the live. Let me see.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Yeah, it's going.
Hold on.
Going good. Just some stuff here. I missed your reaction. How'd you like the chapter?
Oh man, I'm actually upset, bro. You hear me? I'm hurt, dog. It was straight, but I'm still hurt over last chapter, bro. I don't like how I knew we weren't gonna get the whole thing, but I don't like how the message got cut off at the D, bro. No Diddy, you feel me?
I want pineapple.
Baby, I don't think those pineapples are still good.
Huh?
I don't think those
Yeah,
pineapples.
give me 1 second. My Discord's messing up. Sorry.
Oh nah, you good. Let me see. Let me close this out. I don't have that in my ear. Yo, what's up, Gur? How you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what Discord's doing that. It gets real choppy sometimes. But okay, I hear you now. Yeah, that chapter was something, huh? Let me pull it up so that way we can go through it panel by panel.
Yeah, we can.
Bro, kind of I'm so tempted to reread just all of One Piece again, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Stuff I missed, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely tempted too, especially since we got all those reveals, about what happened back in the Void Century and stuff. So it's like just going back and seeing how most of the islands are elevated for real. Like that's just crazy, bro. How this stuff has been in our face for years now, bro. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I always kind of had an idea, especially since back in Water 7 that they were saying that the Laguna, the Aqua Laguna shit, is gonna eventually sink the island. So it was a plausible theory that maybe some islands have been flooded before, or there is places flooded before, especially the red line being so high and them trying to build that bridge. But to find out that most of the older world, well, not most of it, all of the older world actually is underwater, that's crazy. Man, listen, bro. We're in good times for One Piece right now. We're in good times.
Good for the last couple years.
Yeah, we have been, bro. I mean, I feel like even in Wano we was eating. You feel me? So, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude, and it's funny you mentioned that because that's the same around the same arc where later after I don't know if it's the same as Ennis Island.
Well, yeah.
But
Well,
like
see,
that's where you see the big giant hole.
yeah. I always considered them the saying, "Hey, girl, can you take that person out of the chat?"
Yeah, get that asshole out of here.
Hey, girl, if you're in here, bro, get him out chat, bro, and delete those messages, man. Hold on, let me go on. Let me go on here and this is crazy, dog.
Yeah, yeah, I'll just
Saying,
get that out of there.
hey,
That
girl,
dude,
can
I've
you
like
take
streamed like before. I've never had people come in like that. It's fucking wild.
what the fuck?
No, 'cause he's here.
Let me see. Give me 1 second, bro. Let me
But while you're doing that, just to give you something to think about, like it's kind of yeah, you do get that weird, thinking like when you go to each island, like what's below it, potentially below it, because it's basically kind of like our world, or I guess another comparison to a fantasy world is like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, where like all of Hyrule is like down below, but like on top, everyone went up to the very peak of the mountains to try and live and not drown.
um yeah, that's crazy. Wait. Say that last part again.
Well, like, cause like in the like in Wind Waker, like all the people like they just kind of like fled from like the like below sea level all the way to the top of the mountains just to like
Mm.
avoid drowning, because like the whole world got flooded. But that was from like goddess magic, that was like actual like god interference that caused it. But in this world, it was completely man-made. It was caused by the people living there and the destruction from like all the previous wars and stuff.
Mm. Which okay, so let's sidetrack here real quick. So I believe like a lot of One Piece has to do with kind of like our world. You feel me? Where I do feel like back in the day we were more advanced. Like I don't know if you've seen like well you've probably seen some of the conspiracy theories going around about how some of the like buildings like old cathedrals and shit, even the what's that shit called, the Arc de Triomphe, like how we couldn't have built those, like our first power tool wasn't invented until like 18 something, and so it's like like anything before that we couldn't have built, you feel me? So civilizations definitely had to be, more advanced back in the day. Kyrie, be quiet, or I'm gonna send you to your room. Hey, what's up, Ahmed? Welcome to the chat, man. I'm
Yeah,
doing good. How are you? Yeah, so how you feel about that? Like the whole like Tartarian history that we might have and how it might correlate to some One Piece?
you think that like maybe the One Piece might be like a freaking like some kind of iPhone with like a bunch of funny YouTube videos. That's why they laugh. And they're like, no way that this world existed before.
Well,
So cool.
see, well, okay, this is why I was thinking why they laughed. I was thinking they laughed because they didn't believe the story. Like they laughed. Like you feel me? It was like just reading a tale. They read it like okay, because Roger did say like I wish I lived in the same time as you because be, be, because I'm thinking he's saying that because like it sounded so adventurous, like it sounded so crazy and adventurous, like oh the world is flooding and we're fighting for our lives, like that's why they laugh, like there's no way, like they didn't believe that shit, but eventually I feel like they did, because remember when Roger ran across Shiki, how Shiki said he knows Roger found an ancient weapon. Do you
You know what? I forgot about that. Was that in like the movie?
Yeah,
One of the
it
movies?
yeah it was, but but isn't that after isn't that after Roger finds the One Piece? Because he finds the One Piece and then goes on break, right? Well, no. He finds Lodetown, Lodestar, or whatever it's called, Lodestar. Like he finds that, then they go on break. Then they come back and they redo the adventure all over again, so they could find every single poneglyph. So I feel like he had already found Well, no, he couldn't have found the One Piece because he needs the four red poneglyphs, and he didn't go get Big Mom's until after he redid the journey. So he finds this One Piece
Yeah.
on his last journey.
He sails around the world twice, right? Because he goes around it first,
Yeah,
like one time, and then when he goes around it the first time, like they get to Lodestar, and like apparent like that's when they realize that they're missing those road poneglyphs, so they go about it again
yeah,
and
they do it
collect them,
again.
and then and I
So,
think
okay, so
during
does
that
he
ship,
go
he
on?
like
Does he go on break after he finds the One Piece, or does he take that break before he goes to find the one? Actually, yeah, it was before because remember, he's going around like having kids and stuff, or like impregnating women and stuff, supposedly trying to have a
well, he was
baby.
dying, right? I think after he found the One Piece, that's when he realized he was dying, and then he kind of like came back, told Shanks about the
Nah,
island. Shanks cried.
nah. I think he was dying before he finds the One Piece, right? Because he was already sick, and remember, uh, um the clown dude. Damn, it's the wrong time to be forgetting. Buggy. He was he was telling Crocus like, "Hey, tell the captain we cannot fight." Da 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 da. When Whitebeard was showing up, remember he was saying, "How's the captain's health and stuff?" I think when he's
Yeah,
right there on that island, he hasn't found the One Piece yet.
yeah. I got to go back and like reread those, dude. It's been like two
Because
years since like
remember,
all the stuff kind of like are a little bit
yeah,
shifty and murky for me.
Nah, facts. It's the same for me because, like, bro, I've been reading One Piece for so long. But the main thing that I remember is he finds the One Piece with Odin, and Odin he gets from Whitebeard. So that's definitely before he finds the, the One Piece, and he had already found Lodestar. Then he had already found
Mhm.
Lodestar because that's how he knew that he needed actually wait, I'm tripping. I might be tripping, Zeke. I might be tripping. Cause how was he reading the Poneglyphs before?
That
Before
was
he
actually the
got.
question I was gonna ask. Like who on the crew had the ability to read polyglyphs
Well,
at
this
this
is what
point?
I think. I think if you have the voice of all things, like hey girl, get that guy out of there, girl. Get that guy out of there, girl. Like what is going on today, bro? Like I never get trolled, and there's people trolling me. Like, and what's crazy is y'all playing with the wrong one, bro. Cause like, yeah, I'm like that in real life, bro. Like, don't let this YouTube shit fool you, bro. Ever find out who it is? It ain't nothing for me to call my uncle in the army and ask him to find out who that is. Get your ass whooped. But if somebody in the chat that's a mod, man, please get that guy out of there, man. Girl, if you're in here, get that guy out of there, man.
Got to be like you have to go through and get like an auto mod just to like ban those words.
Yeah, not for real, dog. Let me see. That shit, that's crazy, bro. Hey Zeke, I gave you mod too, so in case you see anything like that, take that out, bro. Like, what is going on?
All right, I got you.
Appreciate it, girl. Like, I don't know what. How do you ban people? Like, you can't ban them. Good shit, girl. Good shit. So, okay. So before I move on to, before we move on into actually going through the chapter page by page, bro, you not mad?
Before you go on, I just want to say I think you're right. Like Odin was with them because I just looked it up and it's Odin who can read the poneglyphs. So he had to have taken Odin, obviously on like the whole roundabout journey with him again. Because I think the first journey they came to Wano, then they had to go through it again to get those poneglyphs for Odin to read, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, see, okay. So this how I'm thinking about it. How I'm thinking about it is this. I think the first journey he doesn't have Odin, but because he has the will of D, like Trafalgar and Luffy and stuff, he can touch the poneglyphs and kind of talk to them. Like they not talk to them, but they can kind of read themselves, right? But I think what ends up happening is most of them are still complicated to fully understand. So on the second journey, he takes Odin with him, you know, and then that's when he goes back and he redoes it all over again because now instead of just him touching the poneglyphs, Odin is actually like, saying what's on each, You get what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I mean I get that. I just haven't seen him like mess with. The only time I've
Appreciate
seen
it
with
though, girl.
him like mess with his voice of all things is when like there's like this like the Sea Kings, like when he went and
Was
like
see,
I think that was Luffy when they go in there.
see, this is the reason why I was thinking that. Okay, so when they get to on top of Zoe, I am fully aware that when Zoe started talking, that's who they were hearing the whole time. But for some reason, when they were in that room with the red poneglyph, I feel like Trafalgar and Luffy both had dots and bubbles as if they were hearing something coming out of the poneglyph. They just couldn't tell that it was the poneglyph. Like matter of fact, I have to go back to that panel. Hold on, let me find that panel. Yo, what's good, Azzy? Let me
I
search real
definitely
quick.
think the voice of all things are gonna, it's gonna become more and more important as the story goes along. And I think one of them is like they're gonna find some kind of like way to like possibly listen to more of the memories of the past, and like you need the voice of all things to listen to that, and that's probably why we're gonna get more of the Void Century from like maybe if there is because like One Piece does show that there's like some kind of supernatural thing, zombies and some kind of spirits that so maybe we might be able to come into contact with some kind of like old spirits from the Void Century that might be able to give us more because
Yeah,
it's like they could read it all from the Poneglyph, but like I feel like Oda would pull something like there'd be like a character that he'd introduce from that Void Century that could like tell us more about it. Like, oh, here's the truth that like they probably do read something on the Poneglyph, but they're like, yeah, that's just what was written down. But here's the rest of the story that wasn't written down.
yeah, I do. Okay, so who do you think? Okay, so I know Joy Boy left the poneglyphs, so he had to be from Wano then, right? Cause aren't the Wano people the people that know how to like carve into those? That's what they said, right?
Uh, I think it's specifically the Kozuki clan, the one that Odin's a part of, that can do that.
Okay, okay,
Because like they have because they have the same sick, family crest.
and this is what I was gonna say too. So do you think like the Kozuki, or no, it wouldn't be the Kozuki because the Kozuki is Odin's clan, but the Shimitsuku,
Yeah.
Zoro's peoples.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? Um,
Yeah.
I think those. Well, see, then it's hard to say because I feel like okay, you know how on Attack on Titan, like they have like their own race of people that were considered like the warriors and the fighters. So would it be like a
Yeah.
stretch to say the Shimotsuki was probably like the fighters for like Joy Boy, like from the Wano Alliance?
I mean, I think probably. I mean, he definitely had to have like a lot of like people backing him for it to be like a pretty big war to cause that much destruction, right? So
Yeah, for the
yeah, I
world to
think
sink
I think there's
200 meters.
definitely some.
That's a
Yeah, I think there's more to it, like because it's like it feels a little bit shallow just to say the Shimisuki are just they're just really great warriors, and that's where Zoro comes from. He just comes from a long line of great warriors. Where it's like, well, I want to see more of like what like the lineage of like what his ancestors did. You know,
nah. That's
what do they fight for? What do they believe to be that strong? Because like whenever there's like flashbacks to like Zoro's past and everything, like I feel like they're revealing more of his past, but there's still so much more that they could tell us about it.
yeah. Like, see, I had seen like his family tree, and it's like so I get how he's a Shimotsuki, but he's really not and stuff. But it is kind of amazing though. Because to me, I still feel like he's a great warrior and he's that strong, and he doesn't have like a direct descendant that's like was the strongest. Like his dad ain't Dragon and his grandpa ain't Garp type shit. You feel me? Like so.
Oh yeah, his dad got squished from Kaido. It was pretty freaking sad. Like that whole chapter. Remember, like it was Yamato in the cave with
Nah,
Zoro's
that
dad
wasn't
still.
that wasn't his dad. That was
It wasn't.
that yeah, that's like his uncle or something. His dad is not even a Shimatsuki. His dad is like a different, like a whole different group of people. It's just his dad had a Shimatsuki wife from when they moved in. Cause remember a lot of the Shimatsuki moved into their own little like the villages and stuff. So if you look up Zoro's family tree, his dad's name is like some whole other shit. Hold on. cause I think he dropped in a like in a SBS. Let me see. Yeah, if you look at Zoro's family tree, yeah, he's a Shimotsuki because of his mom. His dad is Roronoa Arashi or some shit. Like they come from the Roronoa Penzoro family and shit. And
Okay.
wait, hold on. Am I reading that wrong? Oh, actually, yeah. See, I read it wrong. Yeah, his dad, no, his grandpa. That's what I meant to say. His grandpa is Roronoa Penzoro, and he ends up having, intercourse with some lady named Shimotsuki Furuko. Then they make Zoro's dad, which is Roronoa Arashi, and Roronoa Arashi. He wasn't that strong. Did they say he was just like a regular old, trying to be a swordsman type nigga. He actually got killed type shit, and then Zoro was born out of that and shit. So yeah, so it's kind of dope that he is still that strong, and his like dad is a nobody. His grandpa's not really like, like I said, it's not like Garp and Dragon, Yeah, baby, I'm gonna make you some lunch soon.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryuma's pretty far up there. Yeah, but I don't see. It's Ryuma's either child or grandchild being Furuko. That's who went with Pinzoro. So, but then it was Ushimaru who was in that cave, right?
Yeah. It was Ushimaru who was in that cave. And I'm still thinking, okay, so Zoro's childhood friend that died. Do you think she's dead?
I know. I honestly don't know, man. Every time they go back to that, it's like they showed her body like just covered, and then they don't like I don't know. I don't really see them burying it after that.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is them some strong ass stairs, bro. You're
they're very strong stairs.
those stairs, admiral level, man.
That's what they call them, down D stairs. They give them a D.
Oh man, down these stairs. I hope I don't never run down these stairs. That shit crazy.
That's why I'm only gonna buy like one level house.
What? That's crazy, man.
Stairs
But I gotta get this off my chest. Hold on. I gotta get this off my chest, bro. I knew we weren't gonna get the whole Vegapunk message, bro, but I'm angry, bro. Why stop at the D? No Diddy, but why stop at the D? Like,
that's all they. What was it? Last chapter it was Mo, and then, but there's one of you, then Mo, and then.
And supposedly that more means also. Well, it's either also or something else. I think that they said. So it's like they're saying like, okay, so it's like he's saying, amongst you of the people in D, there is also a out, and it cuts off. It's like, bro, if you seen my last reaction to this chapter, I was so angry, bro. I went off on Oda at the end, bro. I was like, bro, you wasted panels. I didn't even notice Gin and the dude fucking from the fucking first fucking well, not first art, but from Baratier. Gin, you remember Gin?
Yeah, Gin.
Yeah, bro, he's
because they showed the Krieg guys, right?
Yeah, bro. He was in the chapter, bro, and I was so like trying to get to the. I didn't even notice that at first, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Gin in the chapter? That's a W. But I was still upset though, man.
Yeah, what's also cool because those are the same guys that are gonna start looking under the water, right? Because they want to start dredging stuff up.
Yeah.
So maybe they might come back into a
okay,
more,
important. Okay, since you just said that, I was gonna wait to get into that, but let's just segue into that right now. How come Law has not said anything? Do you think Law knows something?
About like when he went down and like went down to like below Wano in the stairs, and he was like looking at like the ruins of Wano.
Not just the ruins, but the just for the fact that he's in a submarine all the time. You telling me he doesn't go at least anywhere near enough to? He travels underwater the whole time. He has to have noticed that the whole world is underwater. Yo, what's good, Trizzy?
That is something. Yeah. That is something that that I thought about. The only thing that I could think of that would save them is because during in the last chapter before this, they mentioned about like the underwater when they're showing the Creek pirates, and they mentioned about going 200 meters down below. Like, hey, how come no one's been down there? And someone mentioned like the Sea Kings will just get you if you go down there. So it's like
So,
the only reason that
Okay.
I could assume why Law maybe hasn't seen anything. Maybe he has, but the only reason why maybe he hasn't said anything yet is because they don't want to go down too deep because of the sea monsters and
Well,
everything that's down there. But on the other hand, here's the other question I want to say. It's not just lava. How come the fishmen haven't said anything? Like they're the ones that would go really deep down there underwater. How come Jinbei hasn't said anything? He must have seen stuff.
not to mention Jinbei bought Big Mom a poneglyph from an underground city. You remember that? Like an underground ruin?
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
Kyrie, I'm gonna go make you go in your room because you're about to piss me off. I'm about to go make you go inside since you see you can't be quiet. Um, yo, give me 1 second. Yo, Trizzy, hey man, I'm glad you enjoying your vacation, bro. So yeah, okay. So look, so my thing about Law, and the fact that his name is Waterloo Law, like he has that water in his name, and he's a D, so it's like, what is going on there, bro? And you're in a submarine. Like, and you're definitely right. The fishmen definitely should have noticed something. But I was gonna say, aren't the Sea Kings more prominent in the like in the zones where you can't really like go through? I forgot what that shit's called. What's that shit's called? Let me see.
The Grand Line.
They're in the Grand Line for sure. But I'm saying, isn't there like a those zones where like the ships can't go through? And that's the reason why they got to go through Reverse Mountain because they can't. What's that shit called? Cause you know how like they got the North Blue and the South Blue. You'd be able to access like North Blue could go to South Blue, or well no North Blue could go to West Blue if it wasn't for the Calm Belt. Okay, yeah, the Calm Belt. Most of the Sea Kings are mainly in the Calm Belt, right?
They're I think they go there to like that's where they go to like kind of like fish where they go in like specific currents to go and like reproduce. But remember in like the first couple chapters, like the Sea King just popped right off the shores of Luffy's village and
For,
ate Shake's arm.
yeah,
So I
nah,
mean,
for sure.
they're kind of everywhere though.
Yeah, I do think they're everywhere.
I
I'm just
think that I
thinking
think
they're
that's
more prominent.
probably the reason why they. Yeah, they're definitely more prominent over there. That's why they had to. They absolutely are more prominent because that's why they had to get the damn coding right
Yeah.
from
Well, the
from Rayleigh,
coding,
so that way they could safely travel through that.
well, the coding was more for the ship, so because of the water pressure and shit. You feel me? But
But
now,
there was something else about it too. Like it kind of like helps keep them away from like the Sea Kings because that was when it was on their. Was that on their first boat or was that was their second boat, right?
yeah, that was the second boat. First boat, we lost Mary in Water 7. Like we had a whole funeral for her and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit
So
was sad. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't never
I mean,
cried for a boat before.
I would like that was pretty damn sad, especially like because what came up from that too, like the
Bro,
whole
that's what I'm saying.
meltdown.
Yeah, bro. And then just for the fact that the Clebottomans showed up, and then when they were rolling themselves, or when Robin was rolling Luffy into the water, I was like, bro, what the fuck are they doing, bro? What the fuck? And then it turned out
Yeah,
to be the merry-go, bro. Like that shit was amazing, bro. Even though like it made no sense, bro. I fucking love that shit. I was like, yo, the Mary's here, nigga.
the like the spirit and everything. That was like, oh man. Because see, that's why I think there is some something going on there. Because it's like if there's a damn boat spirit, there has to be other spirits floating around, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
Brooke couldn't turn into a little soul form.
Well, see, that's why I definitely believe that we definitely we should have got more with the curse swords. We should have got more, man. I feel like the curse swords should have had spirits, and they should have been more going on with those. Like,
Maybe, hey, well, here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. Like Zoro and Force Feet,
Nozduro.
yeah, they clashed,
Yeah, and
and
they
they
were
clashed
like,
with their Katetsus.
so look, I seen somebody say, what if Nozduro made the Katetsus, but didn't they already tell us who made the Katetsus?
Yeah, the guy with the Tengu mask made Zoro's Katetsu, didn't he? Back in Wano.
I thought he made
I think there was three different people who made the Katetsus, because like
okay.
because hold on, let me see. Go see.
Doesn't one person also made Wado? Well, the same person who made Wado made Enma, right?
I think so.
Okay, so okay, that's who I'm thinking of. Okay, the person who made Wado
That makes
made made Enma, and I'm thinking the Katetsus might have been just one guy. And wait, cause the guy with the Tengu mask, that's that's Odin's dad.
Uh, this is just basically the wiki, just doing a quick search on it. But the wiki is each of the swords is made by a different generation of swordsmith. With every generation of the swords were made weaker than their predecessors. So there's the Shodai. That's probably
What
Zoro
Nozduro has?
has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go look at it. Crafted by Kozuki Sukiyaki.
Oh, that's
It
that
crafted by Kozuki.
that's Odin's dad. That's the guy in the Tengu mask.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he made that, and then the Nidai Katetsu was crafted by Kotetsu, but when I look at the Shodai, it doesn't say who crafted it. So very well could be him, or it could be someone related to him. Like, what the what if the Gorosei? Because if the Gorosei are 200 years old, what if the freaking Gorosei with the Shodai is like a very distant ancestor of freaking Zoro?
Look, this is what I was about to tell you.
Or I mean Sukiyaki.
Well, see, I was thinking, what if he made the original Kotetsu? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like he made
like
the
like
original one.
yeah, the let me see.
Or he killed he had the sword made and then he just killed the guy who.
And that's why it became a curse. And that's why it became like a curse.
It's cursed from the freaking blacksmith. Because like maybe the guy was like, he took the sword, he's like, oh, this is great, let me go test it. He tested it on the blacksmith who made it.
And that would be why
That's just all.
and that would mean why well, see, and that's why I'm kind of upset too, where like the curses don't really play a big role in One Piece, man. Okay, so let me see. Kotetsu was a swordsmith who crafted the curse great. What is it? What?
It's kind of like it's also something that like overcome, right? Because like they talked about the curse right when Zoro discovered it, and then he threw the sword in the air and let it fall on his arm, didn't cut him, and like that's the last time we see the sword ever mentioned with its curse.
Yeah, that's the last time.
The Shodai, but like,
Now
and we haven't seen it now, but like I'm curious to see how Enma's gonna like start reacting. Is it gonna do the same stuff in the King battle where it starts draining his haki, or
I think
Zoro
it
completely overcome that.
Well, see, I think Zoro has overcame that, but I think there is gonna be like other I think as Zoro gets stronger, the more haki or Rio is gonna want to pull out. So he might have another battle, but I don't see the point of it. But to what you were saying, I think you are right. So look, I think we're being lied to, bro. So I think Kotetsu, they said he's the ancestor of the present day Kozuki family. So he had to have made the original the Nidai, and then eventually through his lineage they made the Shodai and the other one. You feel me? So okay, but who made the Wado? Let me see. Who made the Wado?
Had the Nidai Katetsu.
Well, the Nidai. Okay. Which one did which one does Zoro have again?
He has the lowest one, I think.
Cause the
third grade out of him.
Yeah, he has the lowest one because the second one was the one that Luffy picked up. Remember from Yeah, he has the Sundai. He has the Wado Ichimonji, Sundai Kutetsu, and Enma. Um, and the Sundai. What's the one shit, One Piece got us doing research, man. A little research.
Yeah, I'm looking because I'm curious about the need eye because that was the sword Luffy had. You know, when like he like put it in his hand and instead of cutting the soldiers, the beast pirates, he was punching him with it.
Wait,
And
so
Zoro's like, "Hey, let me see that sword."
so you think Zoro traded the Shodai for the Nidai? He might
No,
have. You think he
no,
up?
like I'm just look.
Wait, he might have
I just
upgraded. He might have upgraded it before he left. Bro, that would be. Wait, I didn't. That's crazy if I didn't peep that though, cause there's no
yeah, I
way.
don't.
There's no way that Okay, so there's no way that Luffy doesn't pick up the second one, right? And because remember, okay, hold on. Let me just type this in. What sword does Luffy get from Odin's dad? Okay, so Luffy took the Nidai.
Yeah, I don't think he took it. I think Zoro still has the sound eye. It just like after, from what I'm reading here, like it just kind of got lost after Luffy got one shot by Kaido.
No, see, it wasn't lost. Luffy ended up getting it back. He ended up getting. I think he got it back and ended up going back to Okay, so Luffy got the Nidai.
Also, I kind of don't, I kind of like the idea of Zoro still keeping the Sandai because it's like it's considered the lowest grade, of the cursed sword,
Well,
and
see, I
that's
was
been with him
thinking.
for so long.
Well, see, I was thinking he was gonna get an upgrade to the Nidai, and then so it's the Shodai that's the strongest. The Shodai is the strongest.
Yeah, I think like, I mean, because like once they inevitably defeat the Gorosei, I'm like, is Zoro even is he gonna take the Shodai and just replace the Sandai just like that and just toss it aside? Like, what's he gonna do with like, with the extra sword here? Because it's like obviously he's not. I don't think he's going to pack it up and send it to Wano, or something like that. I think like he'd probably use it, but like also at the same time, at the back of my head, like I feel like at some point the Wado Ichimonji is going to it's going to become his black blade, so it's going to become like his strongest blade because
Ho-
it's like the
Um,
one that's been with him the
Give me
longest.
1 second, bro. I'm getting a phone call.
Hey, no worries.
Boy, somebody's trying to scam me. Talking about some damn taxes, and I'm like, boy, don't stop trying to scam people, man.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, bro.
All right, all right. Yo, to everybody in here, man, appreciate y'all, man. Gert, Azzy, Trizzy. We ain't here going in, man. Shout out to Nathan. Shout out to Rain. Kyrie, stop making all that noise, bro. I'm sending you to your room. You over here playing with stuff you shouldn't be playing with. Like, why you dropping that on the floor? We just having a quick One Piece discussion, man. Shout out to Zeke for joining in. Shout out to Zeke for joining in, man. Just dropping some insight knowledge. On a One Piece tip. No Diddy. And then we're gonna go through the chapter one last time. Well, not one last time, but we're gonna go through the chapter one time and then We call it a day. And then we're actually gonna go through. I think Zeke might have a crazy theory for you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and let him discuss that. I want you guys to hear this, man. This shit sounds crazy, but I like it. Let me see.
Where's that gin? Where's that gin that I buy?
What game?
That gin.
Oh, appreciate that, girl. Appreciate you too earlier, man. With that dude, I don't know what he was on, but I don't even play like that. I got kids myself, man. Definitely, man. Yeah, man. We just discussing some One Piece, and I'm gonna get on to some COD in a little bit. Make my son some lunch and stuff.
No one can
That boy right there, boy, whole crybaby for real, dog.
No, you don't give me some milk.
Okay, cause it's not time for you to eat lunch.
Hmm?
Yeah, nah, for real. That that was like duty calls for. I ain't never had none happen like that, girl. Like that shit was crazy, man. Like people just wake up and want to ruin people's days for what? Like hating, just to be a hater out here.
All right, about
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, man. So look,
girls
so
playing Helldivers 2. That's a fun game.
so we could go through the chapter if you want to, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, bet. I'm on the front page. Is you got it pulled up or you just seen it off of mine? Cause it might be like delayed and stuff.
Now I got it pulled up here. The latest chapter. Looking at
The cover page.
the front panel page with Yamato.
Okay. So let's talk about Yamato real quick. Hold on, bro. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
Yo, my fault. I'm back. So Yamato, man, I really wanted her to join the crew. But I also feel there would be nothing for her to do in Egghead, so that's why Oda left her behind. I feel like the next arc wasn't suitable for her, and that's the only reason why she was left behind, bro.
That it's like she wants to be, she wants to say she's Odin, and she wants to like, carry on his will and his legacy. And it's like, well, I think she also like Oda also wants her to go through like her own journey, just similar as he did.
Mm.
And
So,
I think that's kind of why we're following her around.
so do you think we do a spin back for her, like how Roger spent back for Odin?
Yeah, we might, or it might just be a Jinbei thing where she just joins way later, you know, when things like keep heating up, kind of like how Jinbei joined when there was like the threat of the Big Mom pirates and the Beast pirates too when they're going to Wong because they needed that extra arm. So who knows? We might like get her like way later because she still has to go through her own like journey and stuff to see who she wants to be, if she still wants to be Odin or if she actually wants to, I don't know, be
Yeah,
herself but still carry on his will.
that
Because
is
I,
the
I don't. I think there's a reason why we're following her in these like little SBS stories or the cover art stories. I mean,
yeah. I that is one part I don't like about her character though. Like I wish she would just like you can have the will of Odin without like going around saying I'm Odin, and like you could still be Yamato, but still do Odin things like like protecting Wano and doing the right things. So that's the only
For
fault.
me,
Okay, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say like that. That just like popped in my head because like, what if like what if even though like Luffy was like okay with like maybe joining our crew, but like maybe like at the end Oda wants Yamato to join his crew. He doesn't want Yamato impersonating Odin joining his crew. He wants Yamato, so he wants her to like kind of like discover herself a bit before she joins.
Yeah,
Because
nah.
a lot of the characters here, they also have heavy dreams too, and what they want to do. Sanji and Zoro and Usopp, and it's like, okay, Yamato,
You can't
what's your
dream to
dream?
be
I want to
somebody
be
else.
Odin.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
dream
it's
to
like,
be. You know what? That's a very good point, and I feel like okay. So what could happen is she could probably sell out on her own, because you know how Odin could never sell out on his own, and that's why he had to wait for
mhm.
Whitebeard. What if this is a situation? Because Oda always does like parallels and opposites, where like she's able to sell out on her own and eventually run into Luffy, or maybe cause is this some of the minks still on Wano? She has people she could sell with if she wants to set out and sell, but it would be like now
Yeah,
she's realizing that she's Yamato and her dream is this and this and this. You feel me? And then now she could actually be a proper straw hat pirate, because you can't. I feel, yeah, you're definitely right. You can't be a straw hat pirate without having your own dream, and you can't dream to be Odin because that's somebody else. Like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I think, yeah,
yeah.
you got a good point there, man.
You're just living someone else's life, or trying to impersonate someone else's life, but you're not like trying to live for yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like it just kind of feels like she's just carrying that will with him because of like you know how she revered him. But
yeah.
it's kind of like not the same because it's like Luffy still is carrying some of Ace's memories and stuff with him, but he's not like
He's not going.
dedicating
Yeah.
what Ace wanted to do. It's what Luffy still wants to do. But
Mm.
yeah, maybe hopefully we do get stuff like that. And I think we will run into her eventually. It's just like it's just a matter of when. And I think maybe it may tie something into set it freeing Wano up more into the world. Like
It might
what
even tie up
Zoro's gonna
with
do.
Vivi too, cause Vivi's supposed to come back. I definitely think Vivi's gonna join us. I definitely think so, man.
Oh yeah, I mean like she's dude. There is so much like around her, like surrounding her after the Nefertari reveal and everything. Where it's just like
Bro, she looks
it's
just
crazy, but
like, bro. She looks just like her, bro. She looks just like her, bro. Lily, she looks just like Lily.
hmm yeah, she does. And that and Eam like he loves having pictures of her with knives sticking in them.
Yeah, so definitely feel some type of way, man. But shit, let's move on to the first panel, man. Well, the first page. Well, it ain't really much to show. It's just showing some Marines. The robot is falling on some ships. Um, I didn't think the robot would go down that easily. I kind of wanted to see if the robot had any combat abilities, but I'm guessing not. But I mean, he
Yeah, I
did
guess
get
it's just
attacked.
kind of
He did get attacked by four Gorosei though. So
they kind of spawn camped him, dude. He just spawned and he was just like waking up and everything, and they just kind of like
yeah.
ganked him.
Uh-huh.
They're right,
But it seemed, or we'll talk about that at the end of the chapter. That's what I was gonna say. But yeah, so they pretty much kicked the robot down, and then they're pretty much acknowledging. Well, the robot is acknowledging that the fact that he sensed Joy Boy, but then he didn't get to see him. Which is, I guess we'll probably, well, we don't know if we're gonna get a reveal, but we have the girls say, pretty much still on the prowl, man, still on the attack. We got everybody realizing, so right here, I don't know which panel this is, but I think we're in Alabasta. I'm looking at Koza. We got just pretty much the
Uh,
Alabastians just looking at seeing why the service was cut off. It was terminated. The broadcast. They're
yeah, but they're starting to question stuff too. Like what would have killed a genius like Vegapunk in the first place? So it's like his message is definitely taking effect, like almost immediately.
Yeah, and I also feel like Okay, you remember 2 chapters ago how I think it was like some king that said that they were trying to get confirmation on what happened to Lulusia. So I think we should Oda
Yeah, yeah.
should definitely show us those panels, right? Like of like people actually getting confirmation that Lulusia's gone and the seas is actually rising.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause also there was an earthquake too, so I
Exact.
think it's like a lot of this stuff is just gonna be confirmed. And they're like, dude, he's right.
Yeah, he's definitely right. He's definitely right. What's up, Biscuit?
Al- Also, in the last chapter, because like you said, 2 chapters ago, I was just like scanning through the last one here real quick. Is she Vivi missing? Like, where is she?
No,
Because there was like a panel where the guy was crying.
no, she's with Big News.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, wait a minute, what happened? Because like, what happened there? I
Cause,
forgot.
cause remember they're having the funeral for the dad or some type of memorial service. Cause I don't know if they got the body from the higher ups, but they're having some sort of service and like but Vivi's not there because she's with Big News and the dude with the mouth, Captain something, I forgot his name. What the fuck is his
Oh,
name?
Wapple.
Oh yeah, Wapple. Yeah, Wapple. So she's with Wapple and Big News. And it's kind of crazy how Big News has never showed his human form
There's some kind of like conspiracy going on about that.
of
Like,
who
what
might
could he really be?
of who he really is. Bro,
Yeah,
bro, imagine that's
because
Dragon. I'm trolling, but imagine.
I
Fucking
mean, it would be like the most use we saw from him out of the whole damn series. The guy
bro.
just showed up at the beginning of the series through a tornado, and then all he does when he comes by, he's just brooding. He's always looking to the east. It's like, come on, do something. You gotta poke him with
Man,
a stick. He
listen,
lets
man.
everyone else does the things, and he doesn't do anything. I don't know
Look,
if Oda because he's like that's how powerful he is. But like, come on.
look. I knew Dragon wasn't shit when he let Kuma's wife get captured and didn't even try to go attempt to save her. Like like, come on, man. Like your own people are getting captured and you're not even trying to save them, bro. Like,
I
the,
mean, that is a good point. I mean, it's just there definitely seems to be a lot of stalling that he does.
and it's okay. I just hope when he does show up, he's not a disappointment. Cause I've been a Dragon fan since the moment he put his arms on Smoker and said, Nah." Like, nah. Ever since then, I've always wondered who is that guy? Who is that guy? And the more details we got about him, oh, you're Garp's son, Luffy's dad. You're the leader of this army. Like, you're supposed to be this strong. Like, I thought he was gonna show up to Egghead, but he didn't show up or nothing.
Nah, but
So yeah. So as we go
I
down,
mean,
oh, okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say like another thing to think about too, because like in the last chapter, because since we're talking also about the world sinking too, is that they were saying like Vegapunk does mention like why hasn't it sunk even further? Like it said that Joy Boy attempted to ensure that the world would be passed on to future generations. That begs the question: why hasn't the world sunk enough? Such ambiguity makes it hard to brand one side and just the other evil. So,
See, I think what Vegapunk was trying to say by that is because of Joy Boy's actions to pass down the ancient weapons, he says he can't really determine who's the good guy and who's the bad guy because he doesn't know the full details on why they're even going to war in the first place. But he's assuming Joy Boy can't be an all the way good guy because why would you make sure that these ancient weapons that's flooding the world, that can flood the world, why would you make sure they get passed down to future generations? Hasn't the world sunk enough? So it's like, why would you make sure these weapons get passed down? But we know, we as the readers know that the weapons got passed down in case they need to combat the world government's weapon. You feel me? I feel like that's why they were passed down through Joy Boy's side. But he just doesn't know that, you know.
yeah, but the other thing that gets me is like, why hasn't the world sunk enough? So it's like based on his findings, he's like, with all the damage that's happening in the world, like we should actually like the sea levels should have rise a lot further. So it's like
Well,
something there, like the world is sinking, but there may be something that may be trying to, kind of like it's kind of like a sinking boat, right? If you have a hole in your boat and you're just bailing with a bucket of water, like you're still sinking, but you're bailing the water out just to try to like
just
hopefully float
enough.
somewhere. Like I'm wondering,
Well, see,
yeah, what's doing that?
maybe I got to go back to last chapter. Let me see, because I read it as in he's asking a question like, hasn't the world sunk enough? Like okay, so you know how like if you're in trouble, well, if you're in trouble as a kid and you tell your mom like, hey mom, like I can help you fix it, and she goes, haven't you done enough? Like like you get what I'm saying. So I think he's asking the question like, why would you ensure that the weapons get passed down? Like the world hasn't already suffered enough? Like hasn't the world sunk enough? Because the whole pretty much world is underwater, like 200 meters. So it's like, hasn't it sunk enough? Why would you ensure that these weapons get passed down for it to be a chance of more sinking happening? You feel me? Because I think he's trying to determine. See, I think Vegapunk is still, even though he's figuring out what happened, I think he's still on the edge about who was the good guy and who was the bad guy. And I think that's what Oda's trying to paint it as. Where like, okay, like when we get the full backstory, I feel like a lot of us are still gonna be on Joy Boy's side, but we're all still gonna be questioning everything that's going on while we're going through it. We're gonna be questioning if Joy Boy, whether he was actually good, well, not whether he's good nor evil, because I think he's like Luffy, where he's not good, but he's not evil. Like I don't think Luffy's good. Like don't get me wrong, he's still a pirate. He's still going around. Like we've seen Luffy do some questionable things. You feel me? Nigga done thrown some Marines nigga across the earth. Well, across they earth, you feel me? He's killed some people, bro. Like,
Oh, he's definitely murdered people. It's not confirmed, but like,
but we know, yeah, man. Hey, but that gum gum bazooka that he gave that random Marine, bro, that definitely ended his life. Like, he gave a Marine a gum gum bazooka.
dude,
Like,
I gotta show you. Like, I watched like the first movie, like the very first movie, like a couple years back, dude, and like, he straight up like the final guy. He like takes him and like, how he twists his arms around into a rope, grabs the guy, and then he unspirals the hand. He does that, picks him up in the air, and slams him right on his head. And I'm like, that guy is dead.
dude's
Dude.
dead. He is dead. He is not coming back, bro. That guy is dead. That Marine is dead, bro.
But you know what, dude? Like, the more I think about it, it's like, does it really matter who's good and who's evil? Like, if like just take away like the good and evil, like if you're having a conflict and the conflict results in the world being destroyed to the point of it is like, that's like one of those questions where it's like, dude, for me it's like, I don't give a shit who's good and evil. Like, you guys still destroyed the world. You're killing everybody at this kind of point. Like, good and evil be damned. It's like your conflict was a result of this. You know what I mean?
And
So
that's definitely why, not to cut you off, but that's definitely why I can't wait to actually get the actual backstory, because it's like, okay, if the world is sinking but the Lunarians were already staying on top of the red line, why didn't they help? But then again, we don't know if they tried to help or not, but we knew that the government took out the Lunarians.
yeah, and I wonder if that's like that was like one of the big things, like they had like them taking out the Lunarians, and that's where they came together. And after the major threat was gone, then that's when eventually it started to kind of like shift towards like the someone actually sitting on the throne being E.
Yeah, man. Yeah, nah, man, One Piece is going crazy, man. But let's go ahead and move on though, cause I gotta go make his lunch soon, so I want to get through it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
right now,
they definitely have to talk to some mermaids at some point. Take a look at that. Let me go back to
yeah, nah, they gotta. I feel like Law definitely gotta get on that submarine and say, fuck it, we going down there. Even if he gotta like just open up a K room and just shamble all the way down there, like he could do it. 'Cause he's he's awakened now. He could literally just open up a K room or an R room and how as big as he wants. Cause remember when he was fighting Blackbeard, he literally he opened the room as big as the island, so he can get down
Saw
there.
that.
Yeah, that shit was.
Did you see that in the anime, dude?
Yeah, but that shit was crazy. Hey, bro, Law is OP, bro. I fuck with Law, dog.
Law's OP too, but like, damn, Blackbeard is scary though.
Yeah, Blackbeard
That
is
dude's
scary,
scary.
but one thing I feel like I I feel like his loss is gonna come from just from straight hockey. You feel me? Like Devil Fruit, like the Gear 5 shit ain't gonna do nothing to him, bro. It's gonna be all about them, like all them Rios and Conquerors, King Hockey that Luffy learned, cause he's gonna be able to pretty much
Yeah.
nullify his Gear 5.
And Luffy does train both his Devil Fruit and his Hockey. It's not one or the other.
Eh,
He's
eh,
trained them both up. And that's what makes him so damn
Ex-
powerful. It's 'cause
exactly. And that's why to me he's like he's a better fighter than Kid. Like he's stronger than Kid because Kid just relies on his Devil Fruit.
Oh yeah.
And you don't see no, bro. He was
And
so.
does Kaido, or not Kaido, but Kaido also mentioned it too. He's like, Devil Fruit doesn't mean shit.
Exactly, because people like
Roger was able to conquer with Hockey.
Because people like Roger and even though Whitebeard had a Devil Fruit, he was very strong with his Hockey as well. That's why he was able to keep up with Roger. And we also have Shanks. Shanks' crew no Devil Fruit, but every single pirate on that crew is feared, bro. They're all revered pirates, bro. They're all okay, baby. So like, yeah, man, it's definitely more about hockey, like your will, more than the actual power that you have. And we see how Shank's crew doesn't have no Devil Fruit, so it's like they're anticipating this world to flood for real, man.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe because it's like, I know we keep getting sidetracked. But I was like, dude, if man, what if? Because like just a theory, like what if that was something that Roger was laughing about? Like, hey, the world's sinking. They're laughing. They're like, huh? And they told Shanks, and that was probably one of the reasons why Shanks was crying. I mean, there could be dozens of reasons why Shanks was crying. He could just tell Shanks, hey, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah.
Well, see, I
like,
think Buggy and Shanks already knew that Roger was dying. I did used to think that Roger told him something about his dad or something, because it's a conspiracy that Shanks's dad is the dude that's the Fig Island people, like he's part of the Fig Island family. And remember in God Valley how they were like hunting people and stuff, and that's probably when Roger probably found Shanks and Buggy. You feel me, on God Valley. So see, I was thinking he probably told him something about his dad, and that's why he was crying. But then again, who knows? He might have told him, man. He might have told him, but that's probably why Shanks was like, "Oh, no Devil Fruits on this crew." Because everybody has to be able to swim the fateful day that it comes where we gonna be on the water. Yeah, you can come in
like,
here.
what? So like everybody's gonna be swimming around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, where were we on the latest chapter here?
So now I'm looking. The robot is falling, and the boar Gorosei is just standing over the ships. So we're going down to where Koza is in Alabasta. We're seeing what the Alabastians are seeing, and we're seeing the Tontata talking to, I forget her name, but that's the girl from Doflamingo's what's her name? She was going around the one with the nah, that's the Tontata. That's Leo. But I forgot her name next to Leo.
Forgot so many damn characters, bro.
She's like her dad is like Heroes or some shit, right? Her dad is Heroes. We know who that is. I just Rebecca, right? Is her name Rebecca?
Yeah,
I think
I think
so.
so. She should be taller, right? Cause like I'm not seeing her full body. I know like she's like tall with like the little skimpy knight armor.
Yeah. Well, I think the Tontata is just standing on some. See, I think Leo's standing on something, and that's why he
Yeah.
looks like he's about her height. So now
Okay,
we're
yeah. So like they're talking about that in the giant before, because I just want to say like, so the giant was waiting for Joy Boy, and he's like now sinking, and he's like, what the hell? I just felt that you were here, and we'll talk about that at the end of the chapter.
yeah
Then,
and that's why I had said that we'll just save that
Yeah.
for the end because we know what happens. So then we're going down still. We got York trying to figure out what's going on with Lilith and Edison. So the Vegapunks are planning to take them all out because as long as they have York, they still. I said the Vegapunks, the Gorosei are planning to take everybody out because as long as they have York, and they have Punk Records. It's like they still have Vegapunk, so they're just trying to tie up the loose ends. We have the Straw Hats and the Giants. Well, we have some of the Straw Hats and Luffy right here mimicking the same pose that he did on Sky Island when he rung the bell. Like I don't know if you remember that. That's the same pose when he rung the bell in Sky Island.
Mm, that's like it's like yeah. He does that pose a lot when there's like a lot of big things he's like really really happy about. But like yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
when he
yeah,
jumped.
the Sky Island, and then he's
Mm-hmm.
like so happy that it's a giant ship.
Uh-huh. So then they're on the ship and we see Sanji. And then we also see Doll, Bluegrass. They got turned into some kids by Bonnie. We all know Bonnie's strong as hell,
It,
especially by what she does at the end of this chapter. Like this shit is crazy.
if this yeah, and if this was actually like if this was like a really grim dark fantasy, like that would be a really scary power, dude. Like you just turn all the troops down into kids, and then you just take them
Or
out.
or
That's like that's messed up, but it's like that's the easiest way you do
or
it.
you or you turn them into old farts and still take them out. Like her power is broken, man. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. And then we'll get to the end of the chapter, but we've seen her do Luffy's like powers before the previous chapter, so it's like we already knew it was gonna get crazy. Like I anticipated this, I just didn't know when it was gonna happen, but I anticipated that when she seen like the actual way that Luffy looks, she was gonna ask for a distorted future, and eventually we was gonna get that.
Oh yeah.
And then so let me see. We have just the Straw Hats just correlating how they're trying to get down. We have Usopp being scary, talking about why not save everyone, which was kind of funny, when in a tough situation going on.
Because Sanji only cares about saving the women. Of course
we,
he does.
we know that his perverted ass, he was doing all that for Bonnie, and she ain't even 12 years old.
It's crazy how he's like thirsty and he's living in a world filled with a giant ocean and he's just thirsty. He's always thirsty.
And he's looking for the all blue. No wonder he's thirsty. He's the
Oh,
thirstiest. He's the
yeah,
thirstiest straw hat alive.
he is, dude.
But we
Yeah,
got
like he needs to chill.
yeah, he needs to chill, man. But in this panel here, we got Luffy eating some meat. No Diddy, no Diddy, y'all. He eating some meat, trying to rejuvenate, get some energy
He's
back.
eating some giant meat,
Some giant meat.
some pig meat.
So we have one of the
And
son of Ragnar's, Bjorn and Sig, hanging on, trying to hang on the ship. I don't know if you've ever seen Vikings.
yeah, I just actually got done finishing that a couple months ago. It was a pretty good show.
Yeah, it was. We got Bjorn. You feel me? Bjorn finally makes an appearance as a Viking in One Piece. Let's go. We up.
Hell yeah.
So they're trying to put out the flames. Sanji's there trying to help. I always get his name mixed up with Hadruden. And then Frankie. I don't know what Frankie's saying to. What is Frankie saying to? Because the Goro says like not a single one of you will be permitted to escape. And Frankie's like, Is he saying just a to that? Or is Frankie seeing something else?
Maybe it's like maybe he recognizes that voice from somewhere in his past, or maybe he's like keeping an eye on that bird and he's like, holy shit, that bird's pretty quick.
Or do you
But
think
like
it's just him
both.
anticipating the earthquake? Do you think the earthquake is starting to happen? I think that's what it might be. I think the earthquake starts to go off, right?
That could be it too. That might be the most simplest explanation for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So they're
So
like, okay, so they're like, well, it's another earthquake. And then
and
Luffy
then the
starts.
Marines immediately after it happened, they're like, wait a minute, that's true because and I like that because in the other chapters, right, they're like. There was that little bit of a doubt. They're like, "Wait a minute, we're the bad guys," and they're like, "No, we're the good guys. They're pirates. Of course they're bad." And so they kind of brushed off Vegapunk's message, and then the earthquake happened again. And now a lot of them are like, "Ooh, wait a minute."
Yeah,
And
I think we actually should see a shift of Marines not joining pirates, but either joining the Revolutionary Army or walking away from the Marines, because yeah, they might keep law and order, but they're also the bad guys. They're also literally wiping out civilization, bro. They just wiped out a whole island of people. Like a whole island of people is gone. And if you look at where Annie's lobby is at, it looks just like that hole that Lulisha left. So who knows how long ago they might have
Exactly.
just done that, you know?
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy too, because it's like they're probably gonna do the same thing to Lelouchia, where they're just gonna erase the history, because like all we know is that Ennie's Lobbies is just called Ennie's Lobbies. There's a giant fortress built up and around that like giant hole. We don't know damn thing
Where's
about
that
what existed there before.
exactly where that hole come
The
from?
world government built, yeah, the world government built on top of that. So for all we know is that it's just a world government facility, but hell, dude, like that island could have been a very significant,
And
important figure before, and now
and
it's just gone.
they purposely put a government facility there so nobody could go there. You,
Exactly. And then it's like, why would you? Oh, why, oh, that's just a government facility. Don't go there.
what do you think
No
that
one
was
really
God
knows about the
Valley?
hole until you go there.
Do you think that was God Valley?
Hmm, man. But like, wait, where did they say it was though? Didn't they say that there's like a specific location God Valley was at?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All I know about it is it was taken off the map.
Yeah, it was in the West Blue. Where was Ennis Lobby?
Oh, and this lobby is in the Grand Line, ain't it? Cause they leave Water 7 to go to it, and that's in the Grand Line. Yeah, there's no way then. Actually, let me go back to this One Piece map because I'm just glad you just said it's in the West Blue. I'm gonna make it my goal to find God Valley.
I
But
mean, so it's West Blue. I'd like to do some research, just to like, find out, okay, like what's all in the West Blue, and just try to look there and see like what was there any kind of mention about any other like, city or kingdom there.
yeah, I'm looking at a map right now. I mean, it looks like there's besides for like the red line that goes through right here and like because there's two red line spots. Well, there's the reverse mountain spot and then there's the red line. There's seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There seems to be 11 islands with like one little giant island. So that makes it 12. So nah, that definitely because the Grand Line is in the I mean the hold on. So they enter through here from the East Blue to get to the Grand Line, and then when they get over here, they end up going under reverse. Oh no, they end up going under the red line to Fishman Island to get through to get to the New World. And now they're in the New World going through, and then once they get to the end, they're gonna get to the end of the. They're gonna get to Reverse Island again, and from Reverse Island, they could take that to go to any of the blues. Or unless something happens and the red line is destroyed, then we don't have to worry about going through Reverse Island again. We just go through
Hmm.
whatever blue you want to.
Yeah, and man, yeah, that God Valley. I definitely am gonna go and take a look at more stuff from the God Valley, because it's just very interesting how that happens there in the West Blue, and then it's just like kind of gone. But like I feel like if there was like another like sinkhole, same thing with Ennie's Lobby, like they would have seen it, or I think Oda would have mentioned it by now. So it's like, for all, maybe they just killed everybody in God Valley and it just became like, an overrun jungle island that no one really stops at.
Yeah, nobody know where it's at because nobody has to go there for any reason. Yeah, now you definitely would have right about that. Hey, what's up, Killer B? Good morning, man. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, so now
Yeah, I
we're
mean,
go.
they could have erased it. Yeah, they could have erased it, and someone else could end up finding it. Because all we know is that the world government erased it from history. So it's like, did they physically erase? Like, you got to do something, to like prevent people from going there, right? Or not even
Mm-hmm.
being interested in
Well,
it.
well, that too, and also I would assume that they would try to do the same thing with Lodestar, but they must not know where Lodestar is at, Because Lodestar is what tells the story about trying to find the One Piece to finding the One Piece. Because Lodestar kind of gives you an idea that it's some poneglyphs out there, and if you find those, then you could figure out some secrets of the world.
Man, I know that like once One Piece is finished and all the islands are set, dude. Like, I really hope we get a game where we could just,
Yeah, bro.
sail through it.
Yeah, we
That would
that's
be crazy.
I feel like that's what they're waiting on. They're waiting for One Piece to finish so that way we can actually get like a actual like pirate One Piece game where you could be on your boat and sailing through all these different islands, going wherever you want to and stuff. But that would be dope because I would definitely look forward to playing that. But let's move on though. So we have Luffy. He went gear fifth. He's seeing Bonnie and he's telling Bonnie like, like I know you're strong, like I know you could do it, like I've seen what you do. So Bonnie goes, give me a distorted future, which most of us probably seen this coming. I just didn't know when it was gonna happen. And we see her, she
Hmm.
looks just like Luffy in Gear 5. She even has the satch around her. So
Yep. And the little vapor cloak on her shoulders.
the vapor cloak and the satch. So it's like she's saying she's the
Yeah.
freest. She's saying she's feeling as free right now. So this is what it means to be free and in One Piece to be able to do whatever
It's
you
on me,
want.
it's on me.
And do you see her eyes are like
Mm.
Luffy's eyes too?
They're like Luffy's eyes, and don't forget the little sad pen on the right. You see Kuma, his like blank stare, but it's like some part of him is still
It's still
there. He's
there,
like he can
yeah.
rest easy now, Jit. He's like he's seeing her, and he's probably not saying that. He's just going back through his memories, and it's just like, dude,
And
she
it's
can now kind of
crazy.
like take care of herself.
And it's crazy how he's there off of pure will because he's supposed to be dead, bro. Like they flipped the switch on him already, bro. I cried that chapter, bro. But some part of
Oh
him is
yeah,
still
man,
sentient because he's there somehow. Like his will is there, bro.
dude. So I think
Yeah.
like I I I think after this chapter, we're probably gonna get a couple more. No, let's just finish it before we continue. So we, yeah, go, keep going.
Okay, so after this, we see her change into Gear 5, and then pretty much we see the robot saying, "I sense something." No, the girl there saying, "Oh no, I'm tripping." Not the girl say. The robot is saying, "I sense something is amiss." No, the girl say saying that we must hurry, because I feel like they're realizing that the robot is waking back up, and the robot is waking back up. Like there you are, and I also think the robot can only wake up every time Luffy goes Gear 5. It wakes up, and then
Hmm.
once because it seems like all three times Luffy's gone Gear 5th in this arc, the robot has awakened. Against Lucci was the first time. The second time was when Luffy was fighting the Gorosei, and which when we seen the robot moving again, or not fighting the Gorosei, fighting Kizaru, and which led up to the Gorosei and stuff coming. And then the third time is now because he just went gear fifth again, and it's like the robot is waking up again. So do you think there's a possibility that the transmission continues? The broadcast, I mean.
Maybe. Uh, I think I think if the robot, because if the robot can pull itself out of the water, then maybe the transmission will continue. Because I think it's not broken. Because if it's still communicating, like if it's still like some like little messages are going through, I think what's happening is the water is probably preventing the messages from going through. And since Luffy deactivated Gear 5, because like you said, the robot was like paying attention every time he woke up, like the second time when he was fighting the Gorosei, the robot woke up, started walking around, and the messages started broadcasting. But like once Luffy got out of his Gear 5, he couldn't sense him, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down and wait for him to come back." Or it's going into like some kind of like power saving mode where it's just kind of shuffling around to before it sets down. And I think that's why the Gorosei was able to easily just push it and just beat it around, smash into the water. But now here, if it fell into the ocean, based on where it was at, it's probably a lot closer to the pirates or Luffy now. It's able to say, okay, that's Nika. Gotta do whatever my
Yeah.
1,000-year programming told me to do. And now it's probably gonna get out of the water. And once it does, that's when I think the last of the broadcast is gonna go through.
Ooh, hey, I hope you're right, man. Cause we going I mean, I'm gonna be so up next chapter, bro. I'm gonna be so up because I was so mad when the message got cut off, man. So yeah,
I know,
Killer
dude. It's
B,
like, come on, it's been this many years. Give us something, man.
give
Give us
us
something.
something, man. Like D stands for Dawn. Like give us something. Like the Will of Dawn is something, bro. Like give us something, bro. But yeah, Killer B, yeah, you definitely right, man. So Gear 5 is you be feeling hella free. You can do as you please type shit, man. Um, so I
Yeah, like
do.
it's any like you're limited by your mind basically in Gear 5.
Yeah. So let me actually I actually want you to still go over the theory you were telling me about, man. If you
Oh,
want to
oh,
break that
dude.
down.
Well, it's like, I mean, I just kind of thought about it because I'm still just trying to figure out what the hell is so like now that we know stuff about the world sinking now and everything like what is so important about the One Piece and still finding it, and I think it has something to do with like the sea level. And like one that joke that I'll say is like, what if it's like a drain plug or something like, and only
Mm-hmm.
Luffy could go down there, only Joy Boy. Like there's like a
Yeah,
seal
you
break in
live
case Joy
running
Boy
that
wakes up or sea
me.
levels rises, and he's able to pull it. But like I'm thinking it has to do something with helping the sea levels recede, so that way it's basically like the One Piece is like uniting the land into one piece because instead of every all these islands and all these kingdoms being separated by sea
Mm,
and dangerous sea monsters, it brings the sea levels down. The lands it brings it down enough to where the lands are able to reconnect or show the sunken connecting piece. I'm not really good at geography, but basically
I get
it
what you
lows
mean
it
though.
down to where the island they're able to actually
Hey,
reconnect back
I
to each
just
other. It puts it back in
realized a
one
house.
piece.
Yeah, I
But
See,
also
know
part of me
it's
thinks
a
that
good
like
house.
what if
I
that's where the
never
original devil
see
fruit is also like the devil fruit tree is also there too.
mm, well, they still get devil fruits, so I don't. I don't know if the
Right.
tree is
But
unless the tree sticks out, cause you know how like the that tree on Elbath is supposedly the same that goes to Sky Island. Um, you get what I'm talking about? And it's supposed to represent like Jack and the Beanstalk, how like has got like that giant, which we've seen it already. They showed us when Big Mom was in Elbath and they were talking about the Prince
far.
Loki and all of that. They
mhm.
showed kind of like a tree in the background and it goes all the way up. But if you remember on Sky Island, they said that tree that's all the way up there, that comes all the way up there, it goes back to down to the earth. Like that's a tree from the earth. And that's also might be, remember how they say there's two entrances to Sky Island, and just that the Straw Hat Pirates took like the old entrance, like the knockup stream is the old way, like people used to come up there.
Yeah.
So the second way
So
might
yeah,
be
there.
through the beanstalk, like whatever that tree would be called on Elbaf, and that could also be the devil fruit tree since it's so tall.
I mean, it could be, but here's why I think like maybe the devil fruit may be on Raptile because like maybe like what if like the devil fruits came from like maybe it came from multiple trees and they no longer bear fruit and that's the only one that still bears fruit.
Mm.
But also it's like the thing about how fruit spreads. Remember when people die, the fruit just kind of goes to
To,
like
to, to, to the
it
nearest by,
reincarnates into
yeah.
another fruit. So for all we know, like it could have originated in one place, but because of how destructive the Void Century was, the fruit just kind of like spread around like a virus all over the world. Just kind of going to different different fruits. Someone dies, goes to different fruit. And looking at like Nika's fruit, like it has the ability to kind of decide where it reincarnates to because the world government wasn't able to get their hands on it. So it's kind of like the devil fruits have like some kind of weird will of their own, and I and that it very well could be that big tree from Elbath that could be part of it, and maybe like that's all the devil fruits we get. Like there's no more like every single new ability we've gotten. It's always been just like a recycled one from the past,
Well,
and that's how like
and it's just crazy how the fruits themselves, like, okay, cause they say all of the fruits are just people's thoughts and ideas of what they wish for, like their wishes and dreams. Like somebody when they wish to be a fucking to wish to have a jacket that they could put on and make them stronger, and that's how we got the jacket fruit. Like, bro,
yeah,
can you imagine
bro. So
Kaido with
if
the
that's the
jacket
case,
fruit? Put Kaido
oh,
on.
you think she could beat him? I mean, like, yeah, imagine wearing Kaido. Yeah, imagine Luffy wearing Kaido.
Well, he was the jacket fruit, girl. Hey, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, but dude, it's like I mean, now I mean, just thinking about it, it's like there has to be something significant, like to make that transition, right? If somebody's like, hey, I wish I was taller, or I wish I could breathe underwater. Well, wait, there's not a devil fruit that does that. Something like that. A wish.
Yeah.
There has to be like, what if it's kind of like, and then this is just complete speculative territory, but it's like, what if the devil fruit also, if the voice of all things is something a living person is capable of doing, like, then how can a tree? What if a tree also, like, the devil fruit is a tree that had the voice of all things, and it was able to hear those wishes of people, and the fruit was granting it, and
Mm.
people notice, like, hey, there's this
What can we
pretty
put
much like it's a golden goose. That this devil fruit tree can basically grant your wish, and what if that was like a powder keg that kind of started like conflict, because it's like there has to be something significant with devil fruit, not just uh, uh, an explain away line like, hey, it's just like it's what gives people powers, and there's a downside to it. And this is kind of like a little bit of the origin, people wishing for it, but it's like, well, how did they get that then? What granted those wishes? And what if it's a tree that could hear people? Sounds crazy, but it's like, heck, what if that's why Roger was laughing? There's so many ways to say what's Roger's laughing. What if there's a talking tree and it explained to them what was going on, and Roger just laughed because it's like a talking tree? I don't know.
Well, see, it wouldn't be far fetched because trees do talk. We just can't hear them. Like they talk to each other. You feel me?
Yeah.
They even give each other like water and nutrients like all over the world and stuff. And like Killer B just said in the
Hmm.
chat, bro, he said he thinks that devil fruits have desires just like humans. I definitely agree. He gives an example as well how Dofi had the strength fruit and he was a master manipulator. I do think like for instance, I do think Ace was already a hothead, but after he got his devil fruit, it made him an even more hothead. You feel me? Because that's the
Hmm.
fruit was fire. Like you feel me? Um,
Yeah. And you think these devil fruits, like there has like it does kind of seem like it matches the personality of the people, right? That the users that consume the fruit. So it's like, what if like in the presence of the fruit, like for when, like, for example, looking at Blackbeard, and that's actually a really good thing you said there, Killer B, because that's why it's making me think about Blackbeard. Dofi was drawn to the string fruit, and it's like Blackbeard was also drawn to it because he read about it too. But it's like, what if there's kind of like just some kind of will
what
that prevents people from like eating it then and there? Like the
what
guy
what see
Blackbeard killed.
I definitely think the fruits have their own wills to choose who they want because the government said that they've been chasing after the gomu gomu for so
Yeah.
long, and it's like the fruit keeps evading them. The fruit keeps evading
Yeah.
them somehow.
And I kind of like the idea where it's like the fruit chooses the user kind of thing, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, there's always like this conspiracy. It's like, well, how did Shanks know? Did Shanks bring the fruit to try and manipulate and get Luffy to eat it to try and kick off the little Joy Boy because he somehow thought Luffy would be the perfect user? No,
Well,
what if it was just for some reason it was like a push of fate where it's like Shanks got it,
I
and
definitely think
some
Shanks might have gotten that fruit trying to give it to Ace,
yeah,
thinking that
but
Ace was gonna be the one because he's Roger's son and stuff. Like,
then he stops off at Fuchsia Village, and hey, like as soon as Luffy saw it, the fruit was calling to him. He's like, hey, I was hungry, that's why I ate it. But it's like the fruit was somehow calling to him. That's how like people like end up just eating it somehow.
yo,
I
appreciate that,
like that
Maverick.
that idea better than like just Shanks is like, I knew all along, I had this foresight.
Yeah, I don't think Shanks knew. Cause Shanks seems like he was pretty pissed at first when Luffy first ate it. Um, and I don't think Shanks planned on eating the fruit himself because I think their whole crew wants to be devil fruitless. So they can swim and stuff based on whatever they might know. Uh, um, So yeah, I definitely think Shanks didn't know. I think it was just a twist of fate, like you said, man. I think the devil fruits find who they want, like find the perfect person for them. I also say that to say this: do you think it's possible 200 years ago Somebody else might have awakened Nika, and that's why the robot got up and was going up um up, up to Marijoa.
Well, yeah, maybe there has to be a reason why it went up there, right? Like, like why else would it go up there if it like it has to do something with Joy Boy, right? So it's like it couldn't be just some random robot that's just been wandering around for 200 years and randomly made its way to Marijois.
Do you think
So it's like,
or do you think it broke up? Like, okay, do you think there might have been a time where maybe the government did were able to catch the Gomu Gomu, and so it went up there and like like just took it from them or something? Because I'm still trying to figure out why it went up there.
I I think maybe that might be a plausible, like that maybe that could have been like the last location of Nika, but but it could very well be that they did capture, because all they said was it eluded us. So, they very well could have captured it a couple times, and then the moment they turn their head away, it's gone.
Hmm. It's like it's like it doesn't want to be bound by the world government. It eventually wanted to make its path to Luffy, you know. But I
Or
do think
maybe
what's
I
up?
just thought of this like maybe it's just pissed that the world government has its hat in the freezer, and that straw hat in the freezer is the giant's hat. It's like, give it back.
Yo, that's crazy. Hey, but a lot of people do think that's George Boy's hat. Hey, give me 1 second. Hey, Gerd, man. Have a great day at work, man. Appreciate you, man, stopping by. And appreciate you holding it down, man. We in here, man, discussing some One Piece. Yo, Maverick, what's good, man? Appreciate that like, man. We just in here, man. We talking some One Piece. Me and Zeke. Shout out to Zeke. A lot of y'all know Zeke too. Don't worry. When I'm gonna break this down and I'm gonna cut it up. I'm gonna re-upload this as a video as well, and I will tag Zeke in there. You feel me? Just giving y'all
Oh
some
yeah,
great
let me.
insights. Just giving y'all some
Yeah, I mean,
insights.
dude, like we're probably gonna have to go through the chapters again, dude. Like, I
Yeah,
would not
and
mind rereading One Piece again, dude.
yeah, we could, bro. We could do like a reread on like on stream where we try to read like 5 chapters a day or something. You know, we come up with a nice number, maybe like seven chapters a day. And just go back through One Piece, man. But we're definitely gonna do this more often.
Oh yeah.
Me and Zeke are gonna actually try to lock it in and start having more One Piece discussions. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get his camera on here. I don't know if you have a camera, Zeke, but we can get your visual on here too, so that way we could have
Yeah.
it like an actual little podcast, bro. Talk some One Piece, because great chapters are gonna continue to come, man. Like Elbaf is gonna go crazy. I already know that, bro. Elbaf is gonna go crazy, bro. So definitely can't wait, man. Definitely can't wait. Do you have anything
Yeah.
else that you want to add in, bro?
Man, it's just let me just go look at this thing real
Man, shout out to Zeke, man.
quick.
This was such a great convo too, man.
Yeah,
We need a
this was fun, man. Yeah, definitely looking forward to more.
we need a name
I
for this though,
uh,
bro.
I wonder if like like I think it's just gonna only stop at like Bonnie and Luffy being like able to possess or take on the form of Nika, but like I think it's just kind of, I don't know, poetic, because it's like the way Luffy tells Bonnie is like, hey, you could do it, and then she, you could achieve that form that you want, and she does it. It's like he's going to be able to do that with everybody that he goes around. And I mean, it just
Well,
kind of like goes to
that's
show just how much he changes people.
Well, that's what he's always done. Like, I'll be honest, bro. Okay, so like I've always watched anime, but one of the reasons why I really locked it in with One Piece, bro, is cause even since I was a kid, bro, reading or watching One Piece, bro, Luffy's always grasped my attention as like, and I don't know how a lot of people are upset about this nowadays. Like a lot of people are always going like, "Oh, Luffy's so lucky he gets through anything." Da, da, da. Bro, that's how the story's been since he was a kid. Bro, the kid survived in a barrel with a devil fruit and got found, got a boat. Like his whole life, he's been destined. And even the things that he says to people, bro, like from Chopper, like bro, I'll never forget, bro, in Drum Island, him climbing up that mountain with Nami on his back, Sanji in his mouth, like climbing up that
Yeah.
mountain, bro. Fingernails breaking, bleeding, bro. So it's like Luffy's always been like that guy that I look to for like motivation, like whenever I was going through things in life. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you, Zeke, bro. Like I've been reading One Piece so long, bro. And there was a point in time where I was a teenager, bro, and I was going through life, bro, and One Piece was getting me through it, fam. Like as a kid, bro. So that's why I still read this to this day, man. Like I make this a top priority because like I said, I feel like this shit saved me, bro. This man said the Luffy
Yeah,
Truffy
man.
show.
It's definitely inspiring. It's like, there a lot of the ways that he writes his stories, dude. It's like it's so easy to be empathetic to the characters, and then it's like Luffy's he's not like he is a shonen character, but he's not like the cookie cutter shonen character where it's like, let's talk it out, like
I
Naruto talking
listen,
to
listen. I just
like Luffy has
love
flaws.
listen. I just love when Vivi hit him. Equal rights, equal lefts. You heard, and that's why I'm saying that's my main character, bro. Like I like his character is just like he's not like he tells you like I'm not a hero. Like I'm not trying to share my meat. No Diddy. But if you give me some food and you going through it, I will help you because you're my friend. And that's why I'm that type of friend now. And you could even ask my boy. I just went over to my boy's house and put up a whole drywall for him for free. Like I ain't even charge him because I have like those Luffy type of traits because of him. Where like you're my friend, you need this drywall put up. You have kids in here. There's no way I could charge you for that. I'm gonna just put it up for you because your kids are in here, man. Like if I didn't know how to do this and my son was running in my house with no drywall, you being my friend, caring about me and my son, you should want to come help me with that, like so like yeah,
That's
man.
what's up, dude. Good for you. Good shit, man. Good stuff, man. That's actually really cool to hear that that you've done that. So that's pretty cool. And you're right. Luffy does do a lot of things just simply because it's like when people ask him, it's like, well, because they're my friend. That's why he did it for Nami. It's like
Mm-hmm.
in Arlong Park.
And you even
It wasn't
seen
about like,
he didn't intervene or nothing until she asked, and that's what I like about him too. Where like a lot of
yep,
times he'll just sit back, like he'll just sit back. Even with Momo, like he was sitting back, like everybody was like, "Oh man, we going to war, we gonna beat Kaido." He was sitting back, like, "Nah, I want to hear from you, Momo. Like I want you to ask me for help and tell me how we gonna beat Kaido. Not just you expecting me to just go out there and do it. I'm gonna do it, but we need to do it together. Even if I'm the one that does it, I need to feel like you're a part of it."
exactly. And that's definitely like one of the cool parts that I really like about Luffy's character is like
I got
he
you,
doesn't
Maverick.
compromise on anything. It's him.
Exactly, man. That's why, bro. Luffy is honestly, bro, one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite shonen characters. He's definitely my favorite character from One Piece. My second favorite character. I'm biased, but it's got to be Zoro. I feel like if it's not Luffy and Zoro, it's Luffy and Sanji. But then you like Law,
Yeah.
Shanks. That's a lot of people to like.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's just like so many damn likable characters. Like even the characters that are not like part of the main cast, dude. They're just so damn memorable, man. Like when you saw Jin, when you actually realize that's him, it's like you go right back to the Baratier. You go
Mm-hmm.
right back to like
Bro, yeah, there's
Luffy and
so many,
Sanji and
bro,
everything.
so many memorable characters, dog. I like Jin too, bro. Like I like Gin, bro. I called him Jin. I like Gin, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to
It,
you, bro.
I would love to see them like come back and like maybe interact, because like I have a feeling like it's like the Straw Hat
I say
Grand Fleet is just gonna get bigger and bigger, man.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Gin definitely should be cause he's even got that aura right now, bro. He's got that Shanks aura, like yeah, I'm that guy now. Like I might not be the captain, but that's cause like I don't want to be. Like I've always been a Don Creek pirate. I'm a die out of Don Creek pirate, but he's got that aura like he's the head honcho too now.
Yeah, exactly. And just trying to like just think here. Like I think when just because I'm just going here because I'm looking at the last panel here, and I think when since Bonnie is now in Nika form and like the Giant's gonna come out, I think they're gonna do something. They're not gonna beat the Gorosei. I think that's too unrealistic at this point. But I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna do something that to the extent where they're going to like discover a weakness or how to actually hurt them. And maybe the giant will get destroyed and the transmission will end, but at least like Bonnie and Luffy will know like, okay, so that's how we can deal with them. Because I think since this bird is here, we don't see any of the other Gorosei here just yet. Because the
It's the
Zoro clashed
bird
with
and
yeah.
the boar is there too, right?
Is he?
I
Is
thought
he?
he was. I thought he was.
Well, looking at the left one to where the heartbeat is, it says we must hurry. I see something amiss, so it looks like they're like charging to the location.
Okay,
But like
okay.
the
The
bird is like
first one
already
there,
on
yeah,
top
the
of them.
first one there.
Yes. So I think they're gonna do something that's probably gonna knock the bird like off of them. That way they can like make their escape. And but that's where they're gonna notice like, okay, that's how we can might be able to hurt you. Because there has to be something that there has to be some kind of give here. Because like my understanding is they have like some kind of shared health pool where it's like you can hurt one thousands of times like they did with Saturn and nothing happens, but they gotta do something here where they can actually see that
See,
weakness, and it'll be like something where they can start thinking about as they make their way to the other island.
well, and I honestly think Luffy doesn't fight a Gorosei again after this island. I think or the next time Luffy meets a Gorosei, I think he puts him down quick. Like he low dips a Gorosei the next time. Uh, uh,
Oh, dude,
um,
yeah. Like it's only a matter of time because he's gonna get strong. He's gonna get like
cause
a
I
better understanding of his power.
and I feel like the more Robin, I'm not Robin, the more Bonnie keeps calling him Nika and stuff, the more like he's gonna like start thinking about who that is and what's actually what he can actually do. But I am thinking that the next time he meets a Gorosei, probably probably the board Gorosei, because I still like I feel like Zoro still fights no Zoro, so he probably puts the board Gorosei down fast, and then he moves on
Oh yeah.
to Imu.
I'm wondering like what like if they're gonna try and like you know if they're gonna try to like maybe it's not gonna be like a power attack, but they're gonna like both Luffy and Bonnie are gonna be able to grab the bird and like
Do some
throw it in
wild
the water.
cartoony shit with it, like probably.
Do some cartoony stuff, but like, what if they throw it in the water and they're like, okay, the threat's gone, but then it comes out of the water and they're like, that's not supposed to happen. You have a devil fruit, and they're like, what the hell? And
Well,
maybe
that
there might be something more from that.
got that might happen, bro, because I'm thinking those are not devil fruits.
You think it might be something different, especially because they have like a black aura compared to the white aura that he
Fam,
has.
they got summoned to the battlefield like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't know no devil fruit
True.
doing that, bro. Like they got summoned to the battlefield, bro. I don't think that's like, and then like on top of that, when Saturn first shows up, nobody could move, nothing. Like that's more like demonic, like possession. Like nobody could
Yeah.
move. So I mean, we're
I mean,
just
it's
gonna
like,
have to find out more.
yeah. I mean, because there's like so many ways you could go about it. It's like if they get summoned, like part of me thinks like, what if it's just like
Okay, drink that first.
as an extension of their longevity, how long they've been living throughout all these years, dude. What if they're like, the source of it has something to do with Eve, and like that's how they're like some kind of like shadow of Eve, but like they have a devil fruit. So
Mm.
it's like crazy. They're not actual people. They're just like a creation of it, and that's how they're able to summon them through it. But
I don't know
I
how
mean,
to
it could be another fruit, but like
see. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm thinking that they are people, but because of their relationship with Eam, he's found a way to give them some powers, which are those powers. And then on top of that, I'm also thinking that either whoever had lost fruit before them had to do the shit so they couldn't die, or Eam is a result of why they couldn't die because they're old as shit. Like if you look at them from 200 years ago, like whenever they go in history, the Gorosei look the same.
they've always been that age, huh?
Yeah, they've always been the same age, bro. They've always been. Anytime we've ever seen a Gorosei, they've always been the same age. So they definitely could be 800
Yeah.
years old, type shit.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean they're it's like there has to be something because it's like they're like what is the reason why Eam created them? It just couldn't be like, oh, I just need a face, because like he could have done that with anybody, right? He could have just had
yeah.
like anyone be a puppet for him, but specifically these, he had a very good reason to create them.
And that's why I'm thinking they are real people. I'm thinking they're definitely five of the kings of the, you know how they say like 20 kings got together to take down the old the actual kingdom and shit. So I'm thinking those are like five of them, like five of them that were like the most prominent ones, and you know the ones that were, you know, the strongest probably, and Eam just kept them. Baby, don't go over there. Okay, go on that side.
Yeah, maybe like they're the only survivors from the war, and it's like, well, I can't let you guys leave because you guys know too much, so you guys are now bound to me.
Yeah, that could be
And it's
true.
like you serve me or you die, kind of thing. Well, it's oh man, there's a lot to do, and Killer B says that remember the Nika fruit's not a gum gum fruit; it is the imagination fruit. It's yeah, I totally get that.
Well, it's
Everything that
not.
comes out, like everything.
Yeah, it's not even the imagination fruit though. It's technically the human fruit modeled on Nika, but I just still call it the gum gum fruit because like at the end of the day, like it still makes your body rubber at the like the first stage. So it's like I'm not gonna say here and call it the human fruit when I called it the gum gum fruit my whole life. Like that's not my fault or the lie to me. You feel me?
No, I mean it's still the gum. You can still call it the gum gum fruit, but like the power, like we thought it was rubber, but like what it actually turns out to be is like it's not rubber. It's just like your what you actually want to make
Yeah,
happen,
but I'm talking
right?
about the
And
actual fruit itself. You know, it's actually called the human fruit, right? The model Nika.
yeah, model Nika.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So just like how
there's
Chopper
like
has the human fruit, but the model like you feel me, like whatever model that is.
yeah, and the retired fleet admiral has the Buddha fruit, which is the
Yeah, yeah,
human fruit model
but
Buddha,
yeah.
golden Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're gonna have to introduce something. Maybe it is a different devil fruit because it's like you have the Gorosei, you have Eam, and then you also have the Gods Knights and you have Figureland. So it's like, are they just gonna be all hockeyed up, or are they also like, do they get the cream of the crop devil fruit, or do they have something else going on with them?
Well,
So it's like it
The God Knights definitely have to be deadly. I want to say at least two of the God Knights have to be stronger than two or three of the Gorosei. You can't have all five Gorosei be stronger than every single God Knight because the fact that Zoro already clashed with Nose Zoro, we know that's his fight. I see Sanji fighting his dad, well the one that we call his dad, Sanji's dad. I see him fighting that Gorosei. But I don't see Dragon fighting a Gorosei type shit. I see Dragon probably fighting Emu at first and most likely dying to Emu and Luffy having to pick up that slack. And then I also see the God Knights fighting most of the Straw Hats. I feel like Luffy fights a God Knight too at first. Damn, bro, it's hard to say.
yeah, and yeah, that it really is. I mean, we don't even know like the rest of the gods knights, so for all we know Figureland could just be like one paramount figure in the gods knights, but for all we know each god knight could just be special. That's why they're called gods knights. you know
Mm.
like they have to have like something really good about them, but they're also not just something they send out. They're the ones that protect Marijwal in case something
And
really bad happens. They don't get sent down to deal with world
and
government crap unless it's
And there's a connection too, cause remember how on Sky Island the dude that they called the God, not a nail, but he was a knight. You remember that?
and that was a night.
No, not a nail. The other dude, I think his name was like, is it Gandalf? Think it was like Gandalf. Remember the dude who shows up to fight? I think Wiper shows up to kind of like try to take out the Straw Hats when they get up there, but he shows up and fights Wiper, and then he gives him the whistle. Remember they called him a god and he was a knight.
Man, I can't remember that, but you know what? Show me that later, dude, because I want to definitely like take a look at that.
I'm
'Cause
gonna show you
you
that right now.
definitely
Hold on,
could be
I'm
something.
gonna show you that
You
right now. Hold
definitely
on,
could be onto something.
hold on. I think his name was Gandalf, bro. Gandalf. Gan
Gandalf.
yeah, Gandalf like from Lord of the Rings. I think his name
Yeah,
was Gandalf. Let me see. Gandalf, One Piece Knight. Oh no, it was Ganfall. His name was Ganfall. But yeah, bro, he was considered the god up there before Enel took over, and he was a knight, bro. Let me show
Huh.
you. And he looks like one of the Gorosei
Oh
too,
yeah.
bro. He looks like the Gorosei with the long white mustache, bro. Let me see. Let me share this
Oh
to you
yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Skypea,
Yeah, in
yeah.
Skype here.
The two-time god, yeah. You know,
Hey man, we might be on to something here,
maybe.
man.
Can you hear
I mean,
that?
like there, because this, like if you have
Hear
Shanks, right? Like
that?
it's not. I wouldn't say it's too far fetched to say that there could be other gods knights or ex god knights or maybe other descendants that kind of for one reason or another got taken away or broken away from that. So there has to be like some who don't agree with it. So I mean, it would be freaking crazy if like they get to Elbath and they go up the freaking beanstalk and they find Ganfall again
That'd be
and like
crazy.
they go more over it and he's like, oh yeah,
That'd be
but it's
crazy.
like that. At one part I'm like, how's he gonna lose to like someone like NL? But then again, it's like, dude, you're in armor and NL has lightning. It's like
Well, see the
that's like their
thing is,
weakness.
I kind of like expect like okay, cause NL, I feel like okay, like a lot of people forget that Luffy only got past NL because of his devil fruit. If Luffy wasn't made of rubber, that's GG's. That's
That's
GG's
what happened
very
to San.
early.
Yeah, that's what happened to Sanji, right? He got freaking. He had his cool moment, he got a light, but he got fucked.
Yeah, he got fucked. He got fucked. Zoro got fucked. I feel like yeah, bro. If it's not, bro, if and just like with Crocodile, bro. If it's not for Luffy being a battle genius, bro, that's GG's, bro. Like it's a lot of times where Luffy could have caught that GG's, bro. Like, but it would have been over with, bro.
Yeah, and speaking of freaking NL, dude, like people been talking about him. Like, dude, is he gonna come back in the story? Like the cover art, like going over the inscriptions he found on the moon. It's like, is he
He
just gonna like just
he
go off?
had
Like, what's
he
going
has
on?
to. He has to, man. I feel like he has to, man. And I don't know if you saw, but the mother flame is also pictured on one of those cover stories that Anel is on. So it's like the people from the moon, they have a lot of knowledge about what's going on the planet and probably what happened. So I definitely think Anel has to make an appearance. Um, but with that right there, bro, I'm gonna have to call this in because I gotta go make
No
my son
problem.
some lunch, man. But it was very nice
Yeah, he
discussing
getting
this
mad at
with
you.
you.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Let's do it again. For sure, sometime. Definitely looking forward to the next one. I'm totally down to like do some, like start off with One Piece one and go back. At least that's why it keeps us sane because I just know after this next chapter he's gonna go on another break.
Oh
I know he's
yeah,
gonna do it.
fat
So
stop.
it's
Hey,
like
yeah, he's definitely going
it's
on.
like
He's definitely going on break after the next chapter because I think next chapter we leave and then he wants to just get us straight to Elbath. Um, yeah,
Magellan
man,
could smoke a lot of people actually, dude. If you look at Magellan's power, he could take down a lot of freaking
bro,
people in that
my,
episode.
bro, Magellan low diff Blackbeard's whole crew like in a second.
Oh
If it wasn't for Shiryu, GG's the Blackbeard. GG's like
yeah.
back for real. But with that being said, man,
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead. You got something you want to say?
Oh no, I was just say yeah, definitely because or else we'll keep talking about this for hours, bro.
Yeah,
But yeah,
because it knows One
let's
Piece. So hold on. So let me do this outro real quick. So yeah, man.
go.
So with that being said, man, I want to say, man, shout out to Zeke, man, for coming through having this One Piece discussion with me, man. I can't wait for us to do more. I can't wait to keep reading these chapters with you guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna try to figure out how to put Zeke's camera on here so that way you guys can get it like a proper podcast setup. We'll figure that out. We'll probably even come up with a little name for when we do these One Piece discussions. But yeah, man, shout out to Zeke, man. Zeke, is there anything you want to tell him, like where to find your channel and stuff?
Oh man, I'm just happy to be here. But if you guys are interested, you guys can click on my channel. I don't really do a lot of like One Piece reviews, but I mean I play horror games and stuff. But I'm just happy to chill here, man. Thanks for having me on.
Nah, man, it was definitely a great convo, man. I love your insights of One Piece, man. And it's like I've been looking for somebody to be able to debate with this about for so long. And it's like, man, it was all in God's plan, all in due time, man. So we definitely going, do some more episodes of this, man. It was nice talking to you, man.
Hell yeah, man. I'll go ahead and see you later, dude. Take it easy.
Yeah,
All
push
right,
me.
bro. Have a good one, man.
Don't
Yep.
push
Peace.
me, y'all.
All right.
Don't push me.
All right, chat. We out too, man. I'm gonna go make little man some lunch, and then I will be back in about 15 minutes to play some Call of Duty, man. Let's get it, man. And shout out to Zeke too, man. That was a good dude right there, man. I definitely thought he was from another country though, but I'm glad he's from America. Which not saying nothing's wrong with people from other countries, but I feel like the conversation was very dope. He could articulate his words nice. So he's definitely somebody that I want to have on more streams and like I said, podcasts and stuff, bro. He's very knowledgeable on One Piece. So shout out to Zeke. Shout out to Killer B for being in here, man. Shout out to Gerd. Shout out to Maverick, man. Shout out to Nathan. Shout out to Rain. Shout out to Trizzy. Shout out to Azzy. Shout out to everybody who stopped by. Shout out to Ahmed. Everybody have a blessed day, man. I'll see you guys in a little bit for the Warzone stream after I make little man some lunch. Everybody have a blessed day. Oh, definitely will, Zeke. Definitely will, bro. I'll be back on in about 15, 20 minutes.